game, panned out tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought obviously the foul discipline that we did not have in the first half was kind of set the tone moving forward, and I think they had 27 foul shots at halftime, and we finally made some adjustments, and only got 6 in the second half. But that put us on the back foot, and obviously bleeding points that way is not very helpful across the board. And really proud of the effort of just not dropping their head and giving in. And this is our 4th one on the road, and to have a chance still to win on the road in the 4th quarter. And we walk out of this with a 3-1 record over this last 3.5 weeks, and we're just on to the next one.
First half, is that just guys reaching in, or was it kind of
It's just undisciplined. I mean, until I watched the video, I mean, there are fouls in there, obviously. How many, I don't know, but they're definitely fouls, and it is undisciplined. And, we talked about that always, not just this game.
Is it difficult to find a rhythm when the game is so stop and start like it was so far?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're walking to the line, and we're trying to score in the half court, and it's kind of just this choppy game that's going on. That's obviously not very pleasant to watch, but I thought at some point we were going to set a world record there of how many times they're actually going to go to the foul line, but we were able to stem the tide a bit.
What do you think it is about your team that makes you so resilient on the road and you're able to stay in games like you have?
Well, we have some good experience, and we have some guys that can score. And when Magnay and Bannon are back there and anchoring your defense, you always give yourself a chance. And we prided ourselves every year I've been here about our defense travels with us, and when it travels with us, it gives you the opportunity to win on the road. And we scored enough points, in my opinion, to win a game. We just undisciplined in a lot of different little areas there defensively, but the foul count, I mean, crazy.
Did you like what you saw with ball movement? You had 24 assists on 30-odd makes.
Well, yeah, I would say it's pretty good, no?
What went into the decision to close the game with Ben? You got DJ, you got Tiger as well.
Well, Ben made some shots finally. We've been waiting for 2 or 3 games for him, and he spends a lot of time shooting the basketball, and he had the ball go in, and we missed some open shots there at the end that could have made the game even more interesting. We had 3 or 4 of them there that were quite good with ball movement, and just give them a chance. I mean, for us, it's not about minutes. It's just about contributing the right way, and Ben deserved to be out there.
Between the likes of Tiger and Bryce and TJ and Ben, what's the challenge in finding the combinations that work?
Well, with TJ, the challenge right now is he's only been with us officially probably a day and a half of once landing in Hobart and getting him settled in a practice, and then we flew here again. So he just needs more reps of being with the guys and understanding how we play and some defensive philosophies and terminology. So that's going to be an integration process of another week or 2, I'm sure, of him going through it. And the good news is, we have multiple ball handlers out there, and the guy we miss is Majuk Dang. He's just very impactful for us in a lot of different ways, and he'll be up and running here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But he stretches the floor for you, and he's got 6'10", he's got length, and he's a factor for us. Then we'll miss him.
I asked about Magnay's minutes. He played 35.5 minutes. Is that what you're hoping to get out of him in every game?
Absolutely not. Although, again, I think in the last 2 or 3 games, he's had the most minutes he's ever played in games. And, we need to get some production out of Kobe Williamson, who hasn't played basketball in 4 months, and he's, behind also. And so we need to squeeze some minutes across the board, and that's where Majuk Dang comes in that rotational situation. But, I don't want to run Magnay in the ground, but every time I asked him, he said he was good, and he competes, and that's all he asked for him.
I feel like we ask you this every time you play against your former players, but it feels like this 36ers bench is rejuvenated. The guys like White, Matt Kenyon, these guys play a role in that. What's it like watching?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it. I mean, those are 2 of my kids at the end of the day, and I love those guys to death. And it's just, I mentioned before, and I just saw Ruben Trangi the other day, have a hell of a game. And so it really goes to my staff. I won't say that we rejuvenated some careers or extended some careers, but my staff has done a wonderful job over the course of the last 2 or 3 years of giving guys opportunities like them to go on to better and bigger things. And it's a feather in the Jack Jumpers hat of, you come with us, you'll get better, and you'll get more money, and you'll get a better job. And the reputation of what those guys are, I think, is why people sign our guys. They know what the culture stands for and the hard work. And when you get one of our guys, you're getting the right guy. And I'm proud every time I see those guys, and Fab, and Milt and Ruben now over there, and the, you know, the list goes on of guys that really have contributed for us. But it goes back to my staff and the hard work they do. But the Jack Jumpers way is the grit and grind, and that's why I think people get attracted to trying to get them on their roster.
Scott, you played the top 3 teams from last year in your first 3 games, and now you played Adelaide. Can you talk to Adelaide where you think they look at the moment? How tough were they?
I mean, they're tough. Obviously, you know, Cotton's the next factor. Obviously, you just got to deal with him. But I think, as I've told our guys, there's going to just be games just like this across the board. I think there's just going to be these 5-minute games really that are going to end up being in the fourth quarter, and that's going to determine who's going to win X amount of games moving forward. And 3 of our games, we've been able to finish those last 5 minutes correctly. And I think there's just a lot of parity. And some nights you're going to be a little bit better offensively here or there, but they're good. They're big and strong, and obviously Cotton over there is the real deal.
Do you think they're better than Melbourne, both undefeated at this stage, or can you compare?
I mean, it's just so early, and, you know, there's so many things that are going to happen here with, you know, we're going through it, sickness, illness, injuries. Other teams are going through that. Illawarra's had some of that. You know, Brisbane's, you know, decimated already. You just don't know. Like, ask me that 20 games in, and we'll see whose head's above water still. For us, I think we have 7 of our first 9 on the road, and for us, it's about trying to thrive in that 9 games and keep our head above water so that we don't get smacked around too much, and that maybe when the schedule comes back around to us, we'll be in better shape. But, you know, injuries and all those things start to add up, and the team that can stay healthiest and get a little luck, they'll be the ones that are going to be playing at the end of the year.
It's clearly the toughest schedule in the league at the start here. Are you disappointed that the way it unfolded, that what you've had here, and like you say, 7 of your first 9 on the road, top 3 teams straight up?
Am I disappointed? I mean, I don't control that. They said they did it 99 times. They should have probably tried 100. But it is what it is. And, you know, Don Nelson always used to say you got to play them where they land. And so sometimes you get teams in the sweet spot and they're ready and ripe for a loss. And sometimes you get a team that you wake up and 2 guys are sick, and you just go play them. And you just, where they land, they land. And it's unfortunate that the balance of ours is early on. I think someone said in the middle of this month we'll be halfway done with our away schedule already. So we go to New Zealand in a few days here. So it's real. DJ's good. DJ's good and up and about and starting to run, and I think he'll be early November. And I think I think he'll be ready to go at that point. You got to be careful with the calf. And then Majuk Dang is probably earlier than that, and we'll just see how he goes over the next week. I think he gets reevaluated here, but he's actually running and moving, so we'll see how that goes.